you guys doing? I originally had a cat cam set up for today's stream, and by originally I mean like 4 minutes ago, but she decided to wake up and leave, like the second that I had done it. Although I think she might want to come share mine. You coming up here? I think she just... Oh, you bonked. Oh, kitty. Oh, she was under my desk and she jumped up in my lap and she hit her back on my desk, but she seems to be keeping the lap, so... How you feel? You good? Seems fine. How you guys doing? I need to shuffle these around. Made it to a live. Welcome. Welcome to everybody new and everybody who's been here before. And anybody who's not sure if they're here or not. Sup? How you doing? Happy Friday. I just got done with another raid testing session, which is also the reason why I don't have the vlog out yet. Or at least it's part of the reason. And I figured today I would very much like to do something very relaxed. I thought about islands because I do like doing islands on stream, and there's like a bunch of really cool island stuff I still want, but islands are, I have to like try like a little bit, you know, you have to pay enough attention to not get like nailed by the frontal cone breath of the serpents and stuff, so I might just level where I can not try it all. Man. Normally an Almost Saturday stream. What have you done with Hazel? Almost Saturday is the vlog. Stream is always Friday. Very important distinction. Forgot to tune in on Tuesday. Tuesday was a good one. We got lucky on Tuesday. Just falling asleep? That sounds like a good plan. You do that, and I'll do this, and I'll be jealous. This will be great. Don't get me wrong. I'm jazzed for this, but I could use a good nap. Like it's warm out now. Generally speaking, it's warm out, and that means that I'm cold in here because we've put the ACs in, so I've got like some chilly air coming in from behind that curtain. And if you can detect an unusual hum, that's what that is. So we've got the ACs on. We have to run them in the afternoon stream. There's no way around it. Otherwise, it'll just cook in here. Very relaxed fish. My fish left. Joker, go lay down, bud. Go lay down. I don't know where he went, but go lay down. Lay down. Good boy. He doesn't know how I know. Oh boy. 11 p.m. in England. Good evening. Oh man, he's good. He's good. His fur's grown back over his shaved spots. I have a pot of tea, and I thought I would show you guys my shaman. So she's 53. I haven't gotten terribly far since the last time you saw her, but you may notice that she has some really brilliant sticks. I call these her slappy sticks, and they are the best one-handed mace transmog I could come up with. I love them. And I've been trying out Enhancement. Joker, go lay down, bud. Go lay down. You're fine. Lay down. Lay down. Down. Joker, lay down. Down. Joker, lay down. I think he's figured out that I can't get up and go check on him. Slappy bonking sticks? I prefer slappy sticks is just a little more fun to say. Shaman's gotten further than my Kul Tiran druid, leveling her strictly using the daily pet battle. That is a very, very, very slow and steady way to level her. Yeah, she's been just, I mean, we got to like 50. Actually, have I been leveling this on my own? I don't remember when I've been leveling this. I moved her up to the Western Plaguelands because you guys had reminded me that that's one of my favorite places to level as an alliance character, especially a little higher level. Specifically the whole Anderhall quest lines are really nice because you get like sets of 3 or 4 quests that are all in that nice little condensed area, and you don't have to go very far for any of them. They're all very clear. It does bum me out that no matter how many times I do these quests on Alliance and no matter how valiantly I fight against the Horde, we always lose the battle for Anderhall. It's like it's almost as though nothing I do matters, so that's upsetting, but what do you do? Oh man. How's your guys' week been? Slappy sticks will be the new merch. If I'm gonna make like a stream meme merch, it needs to be a pretty consistent and long-running stream meme. Otherwise, like, most people that are gonna see the merch are just gonna be like, what do you, I mean, Slappy Sticks is pretty self-explanatory, actually. I don't think there's a whole lot of explaining that needs to go on there. Maybe you got a point. Although I don't want to encourage anybody to slap anybody with any kind of stick. You know, like an actual real life. I don't want... Hazel condones Slappy Sticks. Slappy Fish for transmog? The island one, I hear it's very, 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 very rare. Thinking of doing your druid? My druid can wait. We got her started. We got her off to a good start. I have too many alts right now, and I just need to, like, pick one and stick with it so I can actually level it. Also, I'm wearing headphones, and that would usually imply that game sound is going to happen. But in order for that to be true, there it is. That's better. Is there music in here? Something in here. Man. This was a fun little, like, jump scary kind of quest, because you just go down to the tombs. It's totally fine. They're totally abandoned, like you expect a tomb to be, honestly. Like, usually they're not rambling with skeletons, but then you turn around, and oh no! So, as I said, I am a brand new Enhancement Shaman. And that means I have no idea what I'm doing. I got a couple of tips from my Enhancement Shaman friend, who essentially just said, have fun storm striking, because that's cool. And then it's okay to use Lava Lash if you have 60 to 70 Maelstrom and your storm strikes on cooldown. So those are the rules that I'm living by. What other buttons do I have? I still have Totem Master. I don't know if that's good or not. I just wanted to see totems, but that does mean I'm going to have to remember to put them up. And then in between we got like Rock Biter. I've been opening with Flame Tongue because that seems like a thing that I want to open with. I don't know. I can Crash Lightning. That's kind of fun. But Ellie was just so... Like, I don't normally like melee, and that hasn't really changed, but Ellie is just so slow at this level. It was taking me so long to kill any specific given individual mob that it was just not worth it anymore, man. Hey, Hazel. Love your pops up, guys. Hazel bingo cards sell themselves. Does it kill the joke if I put out an official one? Fiona's Caravan. I found out that one of my guildies has like a real problem with Fiona. I forgot to ask why. We were talking about, I think maybe somebody coined into a organ that looked like her. I don't remember how it happened, but I found out that he like hates Fiona. And I had missed the context at first and thought he was just mad at the Shrek movie franchise, but I don't know. She seems friendly enough. She's a little cranky when people run off and get themselves into trouble, but to be fair, those paladins are just out of control. Oh, you got it for 15k in the auction house? That sounds like a good deal. Floppy fish mace. Have you tried the new raid in the PTR? I sure did. I just got done with the second afternoon of raid testing, first one being yesterday. And me and everybody else that at least spoke up in the group so far, it's a cool raid. It's a cool raid. I've seen 4 bosses, and they look... Hey, excuse you, get back here. I'm gonna have to go back down the tomb. They look really cool. Like, as it's happening, you really get the feel of what it is the bosses are doing. I don't want to spoil it too much, because I know some people do prefer to see bosses for the first time, so... And also, some of the boss names and models are a little spoilery, so I'm gonna be very vague here. But I will say that it's a cool raid. Cool things going on. The mechanics are fun to do, at least so far. You know, sometimes they're fun to do for the first time in the PTR, and you're like, oh, that's a neat idea. And then you go through with your guild like 9 times in a row, and you go, I hate this. Like, Crucible of Storms, I feel like, is like that for us. Crucible of Storms is so cool on paper. I love the duplicity of the relics, how they work for you and against you, and, like, balancing the decisions of when to use them. But in practice, it's not great for us. It's like, it's fine, but we're not doing it again. We cleared Hurakunat for the first time on Wednesday, and we're done. We're not going back in there. Sucks to be the one guy that was sick for our head of the curve kill, because we're done. It's rough. Gavin, thanks for the super chat. Been a fan since 2016. So happy to be here. An OG fan. I appreciate the support. I appreciate your continued viewership. And uncanny ability to put up with me for that long. It's a long time. Music is louder? Okay, let me turn that down. Oh, yeah. It's totally maxed out. I had that done for some other reason. There we go. There we go. We usually keep it so you can barely ever hear it, is the normal plan. Sorry about that. So loud I thought it was my game. She's not reading chat. I'm only reading chat. That's all I ever do. I barely play the game. Oh, man. Are you using the 10% XP boost potion? No, I can't bring myself to do it. It costs currency. And while I have admittedly exhausted every other thing that I could possibly want to spend that currency on, I'm still, like, really fundamentally cheap. I don't want... It's only an hour. Like, it's 10% for an hour. Oh, man. Let's see. Not all streamers need to read chat. That's true. But I do. If I feel like if you take chat and chatting with you guys out of my stream, there's not a whole lot left. I'd have to do some... I mean, I guess I might play different parts of the game. But nobody's going to be really impressed by, like, my incredible island expedition skills. Or like, ooh, look, it's a mythic +6. 2 behind in chat. 2 behind? What happens when I'm 2 behind? Am I going to get fired? Oh, I bet there's lasers. Are you going to BlizzCon this year? Yeah, I am, actually. I got my trip all planned out. I have a countdown. You guys can't see it, but I made it so when I press my Windows key, I have a widget in my start menu, specifically the only one that's ever been any use. And it counts down BlizzCon. So we're 175 days out, according to my widget, although I don't entirely trust it because it had very poor reviews on the Microsoft Store, which is remarkable that it even got reviews on the Microsoft Store. Karen, thanks for the super chat. I appreciate that. Thanks to you, I now have the Zandalar Troll unlocked. I also unlocked Orc. Now I'm thinking of unlocking the Void Elf. You gotta get yourself a collection. It's a valid and worthwhile hobby, in my opinion. The theme of today's stream is, thank heck it's Friday. I've had a long week where I accomplished less than I wanted to. I'm sure that's a theme for a lot of people. That can't just be me. And I'm glad it's the weekend. The weather is stunning. I do have a bunch of stuff to do this weekend, but I'm going to make sure that I find at least, like, some amount of, I have this vision in my head. I want to take my dog to a park, and I want to, like, lay down in the grass in the sun, or in the shade, because, you know, sun damage. And I just want to go outside and have it be warm and look around and be like, wow, it's nice outside. I want, like, 10 minutes of just, like, warm summer air. And I'm getting it this week, and I don't care what I have to not do. Okay. Oh, I've got herbs out here. Much better. Yeah, got you. How's your day today? Hope you're doing great. Greetings from the Netherlands. What's up, Rob? My day's going alright. I got my raid test. Actually, really happy with raid testing. Sometimes you don't see all the phases of a boss, and whenever that happens, I just feel like, oh man, I hope I get it in the next phase, or I'm gonna have some drawing to do when it gets to doing this raid guide. But today, specifically, I saw everything I wanted to see. I'm very excited about the bosses, and the testing went really well. I'm very happy with the group that I run with, and I appreciate their consistency, because it takes a whole bunch of stress out of me trying to find raid testing groups. I am not using Azeroth Autopilot, and I've decided that I don't want to. Darkmoon Faire is up. It is, actually. That's one of the things that I will say I'm going to do and then forget to do. I'm stuck here. I need to do... I'm trying to very, very, very slowly get... don't mind me clicking my abilities. I got a cup of tea in my key hand. Get the tickets for the Darkmoon dirigible. Big balloon thing. I don't know. I'm at like 580 something. I should at the very least go in the auction house and buy the, I don't want to take that apple if someone's using that apple. I gotta go in the auction house and buy the things, you know, like the turn-ins, the books, and the grimoire and whatever, because you can buy them all in the auction house. It costs a little bit of gold, but usually I can get it done in like under 30k. And then you turn those in, you get like 80-ish extra tickets. So even if I only do that, I'll eventually get there. But the pet dailies are really the best thing to do. Kitty's examining the bed. My cat, or my dog cam has become a cat cam, although it is very, very, very zoomed out. Okay, let's see where we're at. We have Kitty landing. Back in 2017, I was leveling my Worgen Druid, got the Orb of Deception. I don't plan to play Classic WoW. Slappy sticks. I need to get some, I need to take a good look. I'm in a cornfield right now, so it's a little tough, but gotta get a good slappy stick view. It's just such an enjoyable thing to do, although I probably should heal myself. Do I have 2 on me? Something's going on here. Oh, there's another one down their way, that's why. That's why. Also, I never remember, and I'm sure I'm not alone, I never remember to use my racials. The whole time I played the Void Elf. Here we go, let's punch. Although now I can't hit him. I've changed my mind. That's only good if you're arranged. The whole time I played my Void Elf, I think I used the, I don't even remember what it's called. The Void teleport thing. I only used that once. Maybe twice. Completely forgot about it for the rest of the time. There's so many herbs in this field. $110 here. That's pretty warm. It's like, it usually gets, or at least the last couple of years, it has gotten that warm later in the summer, but since it's only May so far, we're in a nice, it's like 85-ish, and that's all right. That's a nice warm day. Once you get closer to 100 and past 100, as it does get, that's less okay, and then you just hide inside and praise whoever invented AC. Or if you don't have AC, you just die. First time actually typing in chat. Welcome, Kevin. Well, I'm, welcome to the chat, I should say. Tried to find a group in PTR, but nobody invited me to the raids that were listed. I'm not in charge of, invites for the raid testing. I will let you know, though, I am still planning on Mechagon at some point. I gotta figure out when. It depends on if they do... Next week's rough for me. Maybe early next week, maybe like Monday. I might be able to do it on Monday. Because Tuesday's bad. Well, Tuesday might be okay too. Wednesday and Thursday are for sure bad. Let's see. Almost leveled my alt in Western today. It's a good leveling zone. I haven't done it on Horde in a while. I don't remember, also I'm kind of dying. I don't remember whether or not it's as efficient on Horde, but for Alliance, this is one of the better zones. It must be as good, because Horde get the same Battle for Anderhall thing. And they get the same, like, this whole Mender's Stead, that's faction neutral. So yeah, it would totally be fine. Over 75? Yeah. Yeah, 75 is usually what I can get it to inside with AC, and that's alright. I can live with 75. Actually, I kind of prefer 75 because otherwise I'm just unexplainably chilly. Cold in inland Southgall for some reason? That is odd. Working on Lore Master, finish Eastern Kingdoms. You still need Cata, Northrend, and Panda. The early ones are definitely most of it. Like, the, Northrend is good. Northrend is going to take you a bit. I don't think they ever cleaned up Northrend, so that might be the worst one. Especially seeing as you've already done Outland, presumably. But, getting through the old world is the brunt of the achievement, from what I remember. I used to wear nothing but the Lore Master title until I got the Insane title, and I've had a hard time going back ever since. Am I? No, a few more. Have you done the treasure map questline that you buy with Darkmoon Fish? I have, actually. You guys, what was it that I was trying to buy with tickets? I was saving up for something, and you guys were very insistent that I do the treasure map thing, so we did it on stream. I had one of you, like, walk me around the treasure hunt. Western reminds me of Warcraft 3. Away from cold, drizzly New Hampshire. Send a little bit of the sun over that way. Late to stream, what's the plan today? Kicking back and leveling. I am on my Kul Tiran Druid. I've already leveled once, although I did not notice it. You can see my level on the top left-hand side here. I started at 53, so we're up one. And we're leveling around the Western Plaguelands. One of these days, all of my alts, including one of each allied race, will all be 120. Eating a 2-pound salad while watching Hazel level. A 2-pound salad. I mean, maybe that's just like one serving of salad, though. It also depends on... Are you like an iceberg lettuce kind of person? You go for the spinach? We always do fresh spinach instead of any other kind of leafy green. Not because it tastes all that much better, but just because you know, you're already eating rabbit food. You may as well make it worth it. But we get spinach in those, like, plastic boxes that are, like, pre-washed and ready to go. And I was looking at them at the, I think I've told the story before, but I was looking at the serving recommendation because I was like, I wonder how much of this I should actually eat. I was feeling all proud of myself for eating spinach. And I was like, I wonder how much I need to eat to get like a serving in. And I checked the box and it's like talking about how many vitamins are in a serving, and it's like one serving, one box. Like one of those big tubs of spinach is apparently a serving that they expect you to just eat along with a meal. It's like that's a lot of spinach. Watching Detective Pikachu. We will probably see it. I really like the trailer. I thought it was hilarious. I think that is the right way to do that kind of movie. We'll probably see it when it comes to, like, a way we can watch it at home for less than $10. We don't go out to theaters much, if at all, because of the dog that is not in the dog bed right now. You can't leave him, and daycare is expensive. I hopefully have a plan for my BlizzCon pass, but I don't want to talk about it too much because I don't want to jinx it. So I will be skipping over inquiries about my BlizzCon ticket status, but rest assured I will be at the very least in the area. I'm definitely going to California. Leveling my Nightborn using autopilot. The levels are flying by. How long is streaming for? We usually don't catch it because of the time zones. We're going until 5. I sometimes push it a little later. I guess I should specify. It's like an hour and a half from now. But I gotta get the vlog edited after this. Gotta get that up. It's a pretty quick one. Pretty quiet week. It was mostly just I was ill and my husband was ill and just keeping everybody together. Raid testing was really fun though. Like, it's always a little bit extra stressful when that's part of a week because it's an extra 4 hours usually that I don't really have, but it's so cool to see the new fights. I'm really excited for the new raid. I think this is going to be, and it's hard to tell before it comes out, but I think it's going to be one of my favorite raids. I really hope we have, that the people in my raiding group are also excited and, like, come back for it. Is there a quicker way to get revered for Legion Pathfinder? Wait, revered with who? Anybody? Everybody? Throw cheese and bacon on it. I'm not a bacon eater myself, but I do add cheese to salads. I'll do, like, the two that I make are, like, I don't want to call them by actual names because that sounds like they're real food when I'm just, like, throwing stuff in a bowl. But my vegetable salad is usually, like, spinach, and then it's actually basically my Subway sandwich order, but just, like, in a bowl on spinach. So, like, lettuce, well, spinach, tomatoes, cucumbers, olives, and then, like, some cheese, so sometimes, like, some feta, and then ranch. And that's, like, the veggie salad. With the tomatoes, you want to make sure that you get as much of the wet part out of them, so you don't just have, like, a real gloppy salad. But, and then for a Caesar one, I pretty much just put Caesar dressing on spinach with, like, croutons and Parmesan. That's it. I'm sure there's more things that I should add. I feel like my family always added capers, but I just don't want to be an adult that buys capers yet. I'm just not ready. Spinach salad is yummy. Detective Pikachu looks neat. It shrinks a lot, so don't be surprised. What shrinks? Spinach? These big tubs last my house of 3 people, 3 dinners. It's a lot of spinach. Yeah, we're 2 people, and we go through 1 tub a week. Although, admittedly, that's usually 1 salad for each of us, and then on sandwiches and burgers and stuff. And then sometimes I'll saute it up and I'll put it into, like, a pasta sauce. I don't know if it's good there. Oh, and sometimes I stick it in ramen, actually. Again, not good, but just trying to eat more of it. What time is it right now where you live? My game clock will always show my local time, so 3:30 in the afternoon on Friday, the 10th of May. Leveled all the way to 85 by completing the vanilla zones and the archaeology at the end. I am surprised you actually made it that far. Like, obviously you'll get real far within the level range it's supposed to, like 1 to 60, but I guess the drop-off's not that bad. That's pretty good. In honor of Friday, will you consider singing Rebecca Black's Friday for your loyal viewers? No. The same answer to the cut vlog question that I did not make it into the vlog because I figured it was mean to just put it in and then say no. That requested that I do a freestyle rap. The answer is also no. Nobody needs that in their life. Absolutely nobody. What's next for mount runs? So we're still in Throne of Thunder because we don't have the Horde on mount yet. It'll be a faster run, so I can actually get through 4 of them and then more if I get any more alts out there. I'm done with this quest, huh? Yeah. I've been done with that quest for a while. Yeah, so Throne of Thunder until Horde undrops. And then after that, I'm thinking either... I need to scope out just how gross the Siege of Orgrimmar mount run's gonna be. Do any of you guys do that regularly? Because I know there's mounts in there that I need. I think there's more than one of them. If I look at mounts, and I know they're cool too. Siege. So there's that. I guess that's the only one I can get. I think the other one was limited. Yeah, but it drops from Garrosh, who's obviously the last boss, so you gotta get all the way through. No, there's Gallicrass. Why doesn't that come up? I don't have the Gallicrass mount either. Yeah. Oh. What? Alright, well... No, that's the achievement one, which I also need, but... Doesn't Gallicrass drop a mount? Is that not a thing? Did I imagine that? I thought Gallicrass dropped a Gallicrass mount. How many nights a week do you raid? When we are actively raiding, we night 2 raids a week. And pretty short nights too. We're pretty casual. We do, well, I guess not that short nights, like 2 nights a week and then 3 hours a night. And that's good for, I feel like that's a good level for a heroic, like heroic only guild, you know. We're not trying to push mythics. We're just trying to hang out, have a good time. I feel like 3 hours, I understand that we need 6 hours to get anywhere with our lives, but 3-hour nights feel a little long to me. Maybe that's just because I'm antsy and impatient and have a hard time sitting and focusing for 3 hours on anything at a time. But, yeah. Excuse me, sorry. It's gonna be one of those. I'm here to share a healthy need for sleep with anybody that has insomnia. Hopefully my yawns will be contagious and lull you into a soothing and healing rest. I feel like there's a couple of requirements for the career of modeling that I instantly fail, so probably not, no. Or I do it, it takes a while, it's not too bad, it's long, pretty gross, super long, there's one... Why am I confused then? Is it just because of the achievement mount? Is that the only reason why I don't understand? Also, I've been doing this wrong. I've been just like crash lightning on one target and I don't think that's right. Almost exalted with our Guessian reach. You got it. It's the glory achievement mount? Okay. I guess he doesn't drop one. Well, yeah, at least it's a straightforward run. At least you don't have to worry about doing anything in particular. You just get through it as fast as you can. I am under the impression that you cannot lockout save for that one. I don't know if that's true. If you could lockout save, it would help, but it would still be a heck of a run-in. Which Babu is sleeping? That's Cat Babu. Okay, let me see if I can zoom in. Let's see. Doo-ba-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo. And then... Do-ba-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo. There you go. That's the top half of the cat. I found bears. Hey bears. Here bear. Oh man. I'm tired. I could use a nap. Start watching your content. Great stuff. Why, thank you, Refract. I'm flattered. I appreciate that. I have been working on, and maybe this is a waste of time, but it's the kind of thing that's really fun for me. I've been working on new animated intros for different types of videos, and I'm starting with boss guides because I want like a cute intro. Like not an intro that's like taking time away from introducing the thing, but you know how like in the beginning of a boss guide, I like put the name of the boss on the front, like the title screen like that while I'm talking about it? I just want to spice that up a bit. So I've been working on a thing, and it's going to be less impressive than my hype will have made it, but I'm excited about it. I'm proud of it. It's not done yet, but it'll be kind of neat. Going in the house. Oh yeah, this is a really cool quest line. If you guys haven't done this, there's a character we're gonna meet soon. So Thurman is hiding in his house. The horde are here, and that sucks. So you go. Oh no, we're not there yet. So we go and we kill the Outriders. All right. I got excited too soon. Here early today. What's up, Hero? How you doing? What's your weekend look like? What do your weekends look like, actually? I'm curious. Do you work through weekends? Do you take weekends off? Do you, like, take your dog places? Do you just sleep? Do you give speaking performances at your local poetry slam club? I could see that, actually. Zoom, enhance, zoom, enhance, enhance, enhance. Cute fur ball. I'm surprised that she, like, the cat and the dog get along. Like, they don't fight each other, really. Every now and then one of them will get annoyed and, like, slap the other one, but it's not like a fighting thing. It's just kind of like a paw thwap from either of them, which is weird from a dog. But anyways, they get along, but they distinctly don't like each other. The dog, I think, is just kind of bewildered by the whole thing. Like, he's afraid of getting in trouble, and he doesn't want to get in trouble for hurting the cat. So he mostly just leaves it alone as, like, an expensive thing that he doesn't want to break, is his attitude towards the cat. And then she looks at him like he's this disgusting older brother that she just wishes would move out already. And she just, like, she's not afraid of him, but she just kind of thinks he's really gross. Or at least that's the vibe you get from her. She just doesn't really want anything to do with him. So I'm surprised, given that overwhelming disdain, that she'll sleep in beds that he slept in. Because that's the one he naps in all the time. He was drooling on it yesterday. She clearly doesn't mind the scent of him. She just doesn't like the dog itself. I am in the Western Plaguelands. Start my new retail job at CVS this weekend. Good luck. Summoned by Hiro. Welcome. Did you see Blizzard putting Recruiter Friend in hiatus? I heard. I'm surprised. What a weird thing to do. Do you think they think they're gonna, like, spook people into recruiting real quick before it goes on hiatus? That must be it. That's the only reason to stop it, right? Is to create artificial scarcity so people actually, like, do it, because I don't think anybody's done that in a long time. I'm sure somebody does, but, like, overall, it's an old program that you haven't heard much about for a while, so this is probably, it's their weird way of promoting it, I have to assume. I was initially a little disappointed because I obviously don't have all the Recruiter Friend rewards, but I have long since accepted that I don't have the time to, like, level with somebody and actually put in the effort that I think recruiting them should entail. Oh man. Tips for 20 to 120? I have a few videos on those, actually. The gist of it is do quests as fast as you can in zones that you are good at questing in. Annoying me that I don't have Shadow Form till 24. You'll get 24 real quick, though. That comes pretty fast. The real kicker was, what was it? I guess you actually, as Shadow, you actually get most of your buttons pretty early on. In Warlords, it was really bad, because Warlords, there was a Draenor perk. And I forget exactly what it did, but one of the Shadow Priest Draenor perks that you unlocked as you leveled through Draenor drastically changed the pace of Shadow. It gave you, like, an extra something. Like, it might have been a second Mind Blast, or I don't remember what it was, but it was huge. And Shadow was just useless without it. So leveling from, like, 1 to 100 or to, like, 90, I don't remember what levels Warlords were anymore, but pre-WoD leveling in WoD was really gross on Shadow. I did it anyways, just out of spite, and it was not pretty. Also, I've done this quest. I can move on now. I've slapped enough folks with my slappy sticks. They're replacing it with something new? Oh, okay. Alright, alright. Do add-ons contribute to lag? Kind of. Depends on what kind of lag you're talking about. There's, like, input lag, there's server lag, there's, like, frame rate lag. So, yeah, they can. If you're suspecting that your add-ons are causing problems like that, just disable them and then re-enable them one by one to weed out which one's the problem. This is the character I was talking about. This is Gory. He's a horde abomination, but he just wants to help out on the farm. He brought his own scythe. He's ready to go. And he just wants to help, and that's just the world's cutest thing. Oh, the 300%. They removed the 300%? What's the point then? They do need to find something new for it. One thing I'd like WoW to steal is raid boss insta-kills. EQ had bosses that shouted someone's name and murdered them. There are one-shot abilities in WoW, but the whole point is that they're avoidable. If there's a one-shot that's not avoidable, that's not going to go over very well, unless there's some kind of mechanic to get them back. Because just being told that you're not in the fight anymore for reasons that completely outside your control is not an experience that a lot of raiders want to sign up to have. Knee is A-okay. Biceps so big. Are you talking about somebody else? There's no way you're talking about me. Unless you're making fun of me, which is mean. Are we good here? Yeah, we can head back to the stead. Also, we're 55. And 3 bars. I don't know when I leveled, but I'm very excited about it. Get the Frying Pan Mace quest reward in that zone? Frying Pan Mace quest reward. Frying Pan Mace. Where? Is it like up north? Because I've cleared this zone completely in the past several times. What does the mace look like? Because that sounds like something I might want to slap somebody with. You know what it's called? Appearances, main hand, one-handed mace. Let's see what we got. I have a stick with a nail through it. That's pretty good. I love weapons that are just like random objects, you know? A torch is decent. That's just a stick. And then this is stuff I don't have. Okay. Maybe it'll pop up. Specifically looking for frying pans. I don't see it. Is Menar's working? All the things is not for me. Let's see. Menar's. You punch him. He punch him for it? I told him that I needed him to help me out with combat practice. He's fine. He's fine. Menar's appears to be functioning just fine. Okay, off we go. You killing him? How rude. He probably volunteered. I didn't wait to find out what his answer was, but, you know, he said he wanted help. Oh, no. I've always been ranged before when I did the Zenkiki bat thing. I might want to skip it. The Hawks. Because I know you get him to aggro them, but he's so slow. It's such a pain in the butt. Oh, boy. Oh, we get to go back to Anderhall. Let's do that first. I wish you and Hero would team up for a few videos, although he'll never show himself. So we did team up for one, and the problem with it is it was a very long time ago, and by the time that I decided I was going to sit down and edit it, I might have lost it. So I don't have a good track record with collabs. Which when the hiatus hits, they put the rewards on the shop. The Hippogriff's nice. I actually do have that one. I don't know how I got it, but I do have it. Have you experienced a weird bug? Low-level Shadow Priest threat gen. Seems insane. I haven't played a low-level Shadow Priest in a while, so I couldn't say. My threat at maximum level has been normal. Anyone else want an abomination playable race? That might be just you. Oh, no. I want more undead, but I don't know if I want more, like, disemboweled undead. That's not really my, like, my WoW fantasy. It's just to have my intestines down by my knees. It doesn't look pleasant. A little more tea. I have a Genmaicha today. I like this one. Played time on this character? Good question. / played. She has been going for 12 hours and 48 minutes. which seems like a long time. I feel like you can get to 55 faster than 12 hours, but I know on a couple of occasions I've been repositioning her to different quest areas, and I just set her on a flight path while I go like make dinner or something, so there's some extra AFK time in there, for sure. I need to remember to slap down some totems before I get too slap happy with my slappy sticks. My shaman always confuses me because I think I'm invisible in wolf form. Should I have lightning bolt? Oh, yeah, I do have lightning bolt. That's a good point. I'll have to keep that in mind when I get there. The Zenkiki bird thing, you poke him and he pulls. Yeah, but it's like 7 times. It's not so bad when you can aggro extras yourself to just like keep yourself busy in the meantime. You want to play a Wolvar? I could do with a more aquatic race. I don't know if it needs to be like a Jinyu or like an Oracle or a Murloc of some sort, but I could do with like a fish adjacent race. That'd be kind of neat. Something a little more gilzy. Want some Jinyu? The only thing I'd roll sooner than a Junker Gnome is an Ethereal. I wonder if they're ever gonna do Ethereal. That was like the original race prediction, or at least the most popular one that I remember people talking about, was everybody thought they were gonna do Ethereals, or at least people wanted Ethereals, but I think Junker Gnomes are more likely than that, just because Ethereals don't even have a female model, do they? I've only ever seen the one model of Ethereal. Alternate A-bomb customization options include gut color, number of remaining ribs, organ dangle angle. You could also choose whether his lungs are like, never mind. Teskar, Tortolin. Tortolin I would feel weird about. I guess the Night Elves have the same problem. They're such an ancient race. Like, and they reproduce so infrequently. I guess there's lots of Tortolin babies around anyways, watching you run around in the sand and call that drawing lines, but when all of them are just so many thousands of years old, where do you come in? Do you show up at the character creation screen at level 1 being like 1001 already, or are you a baby turtle? Like, you're a teenage turtle? You put on a headband and just call it a day? I don't know. The giant humans in Wrath of Rykul? I feel like we kind of have big humans now. We have Kul Tirans, and I think those kind of stomped on any chance at Rykul or similar races, I think. They could retcon. They may not need a female model in general, but if they're going to make them a playable race, they're going to want one of them to be... They're going to want a female model, and they're going to want it to look somehow distinctly female. If they can manage to make a Tauren look female in a way that a human might, they can figure it out for an Ethereal. Yeah, Draenei are pretty old too. I guess that's a good point. They sort of made sense because they had just crashed. So you were level 1 in that, at least in my head, you didn't know anything about this new world that you had just landed on. I'm sure they could do something similar for Tortolans, though. Good afternoon, sup, Kubort. As a mainly Horde player who has a deep dislike of gnomes, the Alliance's saving grace. What do you mean a deep dislike of gnomes? What's there to dislike about gnomes? They're friendly, they're helpful, they're effective in combat, they build all sorts of useful stuff, they have delightful hairstyles. Dislike gnomes. I will admit their voices can be grating. I will give you that. A race where you age as you level would be cool. It's a neat concept. I don't see WoW doing it. I feel like unless there was a way to just pick your favorite age and look like that forever, you would have people like with their favorite age version of themselves and then feeling bad when they had to level past that for combat reasons. Gnomes are evil, they're creepy, they're food, not friends. I mean, if they're food, that's creepy. I don't care how tall you are. If you're eating gnomes, you've crossed a line. They're 4 fingers. They're not the only ones with odd numbers of fingers, though. Like, how many fingers do I have? Do I have 5 fingers? On this? 1, 2. Alright. Kul Tirans have the right number of fingers, but what? Trolls? Trolls have, like, weird claw feet. And fingers. Well, it's not just gnomes. And trolls are bigger. Like, the gnome ones are at least small enough that you don't really notice it unless you're looking pretty hard. They are profession proud. You can kick them really far. Sometimes when Hazel is silently reading chat, you can tell that she is judging our messages. Then you get to try and imagine which ones. I am not enhancementing very well. I keep spamming Frostbrand because I'm like, oh, that one's available. I can do that. It's the wrong answer. Wrong answer. I need more death cards. Oh, there's one. Trolls make sense. Pandaren have 3 fingers and a thumb. Yeah. There's plenty of WoW races that have messed up hands. Someone confused marmots and gnomes. I wanted to know when kicking marmots became a thing. Is that a meme that started outside of WoW? Or was someone just like, here's a small mammal, I bet you can kick it really far. It's like, it's funny, but it's kind of horrible. Although, I do comfort myself by thinking that if anybody actually met a marmot in real life, they would have a hard time kicking it unless it was, like, asleep. Like, I grew up learning about marmots as an endangered species. Up, like, on Vancouver Island. Like, they were making a recovery by the time I got to studying about it, but they were, like, endangered. Not for punting. 2 more. Where'd all the horde go? I thought we were losing this battle. Where are you guys at? So, there are, on Nazjatar, fun PTR fact, Nazjatar battle commendations. I thought originally that those were going to be kind of like service medals. Not like service medals. They're like what I originally thought service medals should be. They are a currency that you will get on Nazjatar for doing world PvP in Nazjatar. There's going to be events. There's incentives, and there's currency with like a currency vendor that's got like a mount and all this stuff on it. And I don't like world PvP and I don't want to do it. But they might talk me into it. They might just sell me on the whole concept. Excuse me. Am I? Ow. Don't make me punch you. I'll do it. Oh, he died. It's a quest in the Valley of the Four Winds. Joker must be furious because Kira got his nap spot. I have 2 of that pet bed. We own 2 of them specifically so that there is always one available because they both love them so much that I didn't want to live in a world where one animal might want to take a nap and then find their bed occupied. So there's a second one. Dropped by to leave a chat even though I'm at work. Following your shadow priesting with a bit of luck holy. Oh, following your lead into shadow priesting. I wish you good luck with that and a good day at work. Gnomes make up with heart when they don't have in height. I agree, and I'm glad that we're getting some more gnome storylines so that we see some more different sides of gnomish perseverance. Because we had, Kelsey Steelspark's been around for a while, and she's been, like, a great example of a gnome that is more than just squeaky and fun. She's well aware of the advantages of being squeaky and fun, and then whenever she doesn't need to be anymore, she can just turn it off and go stab people. It's great. Love her. But I think that, Saffronetta Flivers is another good one. Which one? Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. It's hard to replace the stuff that you spawn with. Because it's kind of overpowered stats per level. Excuse me. How are we doing? I haven't decided where I'm going to level after 60. I gotta figure that out. Typically, it's always going to be Northrend, because it's just, like, you can do Northrend or Outland, and Northrend was just developed later. It's just faster, better, more efficient leveling. But I just did that. you know, it might get boring. What if I want to do Hellfire? There's quests out there. I know where they are. I know how to do them. Need another shot again, my shit? Yeah, I am falling asleep over here. It's gotten a little warm in here with the curtain closed. Free some of my air. How you doing today? A little tired. A little tired. Could use a good nap. Otherwise good. Otherwise good. I had been eating very gingerly, I should say, after my stomach illness issues of the weekend / Monday, Tuesday. So for a while I'd been like feeling mostly better, but still taking it kind of easy. I didn't want to push it, so I was having, you know, like some toast and some rice and some applesauce and bananas and just like soup eventually. And last night I woke up, I don't remember why I was asleep, but I woke up last night and I was so mad. And I was like trying to figure out why I was so mad, and I realized I wanted real food. Like I still wasn't sure I was feeling better, but I think I was just so done with toast, which is saying something. I love toast. I made myself a tuna melt, and it was delightful. And could do something else. Oh. Not sure small opportunities for world PvP. Mechagon is small with a lot of opportunities for world PvP. Nazjatar, I'm sure will have opportunities. I'm sure the PvP is going to be pretty good. There's also like objectives to fight over. But I wouldn't say Nazjatar is small. I would say that it is... I wouldn't call it small. Why are you so sleepy? I don't know, it's warm, it's Friday. I did sleep last night just fine, but I am quite tired. Finally got to catch a live stream again. What's up, Nilsers? How you doing? Appreciate the super chat. The hangry is real. Yeah. I'm glad somebody else understands. Like, and my husband was like suggesting, like, well, what if you just have like, what did he suggest? He suggested something perfectly nice, and I was not okay with it. What do you mean, salad? Get out of here. I want food. Love tuna melts. Making me yawn with your yawning. It is a fact of today. I don't think I can stop it. What are we doing? We almost good? We almost, no, not quite. Also, these Forsaken Troopers, like, they've given you a bunch of people to fight for you, but you can't really do much with them. You have a pet bar here, but that's about it. Got my PC fixed so I can cash back into my WoW addiction. What are you gonna do first? I was highly entertained by the fact that a dwarf will tell you to keep your feet on the ground. Yep, they do that while putting you on Griffin back. I mean, the Wildhammers really, you know, set some trends for them. Trolls were always very contradictory with their voice lines too. They always told you to stay away from the voodoo, but then they would tell you that they had like good voodoo, or there was like voodoo supportive and condemning lines side by side, like by the same NPCs sometimes. And it was very confusing. I never knew what exactly to feel about the voodoo. What temp do you try to keep your home in, and what would be your ideal temp? So if I could just like magically have it be the same thing all the time, I would personally say 74, which in Celsius would be, let's see, 22, 23, 22? So like a warm room temperature, but still room temperature. But we, like in the summer at least, we let it get really cold at night so that we have some inertia, some chilliness to help it stay cool through part of the day. So we'll open all the windows at night. It'll get down to like 68 in here. And then during the day, it'll slowly climb until it's like 75. Sometimes the living room gets closer to 80 because the ACs don't reach that far. Azurite level of my Shadow Priest. It's not 50 yet, but it's like close. I think I'm like 47, 48, something like that. I haven't really been grinding it. The closest thing I've been doing to grinding is just doing island expeditions for hoping, you know, the off chance that I get some loot that I want. Okay. After 2 hours of herb farming for potions, I think I'm more asleep than you. Any new info about heroic warfronts? Not that I've heard. I would not be surprised if there were new transmogs. Well, actually, maybe I would be, because it's the same warfront, right? So they might recolor them, or they might just put in different rewards for it. But yeah, I haven't heard anything. I haven't heard anything official. Switch to a server with better economy. Back to loving the game again. I don't know what I would do if my server ever, like, dropped out on me for... Or, I guess the server's gonna be fine. But if it ever died, I would have a problem, because I have a lot of characters here, and I don't like transferring characters across realms. I'm not a fan of it. Hungry problems, or hangry problems, can understand, not allowed to tank or lay dungeons. I think that's actually a fair rule. For lunchtime today, we celebrated a coworker's birthday. Going to a really nice Japanese buffet, sushi, hibachi grill. That sounds good. I just very recently discovered, not discovered, but used for the first time, food delivery service. I know I had talked before about how I didn't want to, like, break that seal, and I did, and I discovered exactly how easy it is to pay an app to have food appear at your door. But to be fair, that was the food that may or may not have made me sick, so I might still be safe. But I might be able to get sushi more often now, because sushi is the one place that doesn't deliver around here. 74? Has it ever been 74 in Canada? I speak American now. I've assimilated. They don't know that I'm among them, and it's day 926, and they haven't noticed yet. Eat my house at 64 and I'm eating ice cream? Oh my goodness. That would be rough. We visited a friend actually once. We visited one of my husband's friends that kept his house like that, and he just seemed like he was just walking around in t-shirt and shorts with his house at, like, you know, 60, 65 maybe, which in Celsius would be like 14, 15 degrees. And it was just totally fine. Like, all right, let's go watch a movie. So you're like watching a movie, and I, like, the one thing that he'd done is he'd offered us tea, so I got, like, some green tea, which was, like, not great. It was, you know, just like a bagged green tea with, like, some hot water from, I guess he had a kettle, I don't remember, but it was, like, a pretty gross cup of tea. But I was, like, clinging to it for dear life because it was warm, and it was the only thing keeping me from, like, dying. Especially because you're in somebody else's house, so you can't even, like, curl into a ball for warmth. Oh, not a fan. I will... Like, I wore my outside jacket that entire visit, and I still wasn't okay. Never satisfied with Enhancement AoE? I haven't really figured it out yet. I know that, so I have Flame Tongue up. And then I have Crash... Okay, yeah, so after I Crash Lightning, my Storm Strikes and Lava Lashes will also cleave targets in front of me. So, it should be fine. Am I up here? Yes, I am. Nilsaurus, thanks for the super chat. Hazel Monocycle Thoughts. I'm jazzed, and I'm extra jazzed that there's a second color of it. I thought it was going to be just the one. Excuse you. You alright? Oh, there's somebody down here. Oh, no, I fell. I'm really jazzed that there's a second color of it, because there's the regular one for the meta achievement on Mechagon. And then there's the rusty one, which I think might be a rare drop. Not 100% sure, but it's another way to get it, because that meta achievement, while doable, is going to take a long, long, long time. And, oh, man. I want it now. Sushi sounds like the wrong type of food to have delivered. I don't know. It's not like it's gonna get cold, right? I guess if it gets warm, like if it's a really hot day and it gets warm on the way, that's less exciting. Seeing the 8.2 professions, what do you think is worth doing? Ow, ow, ow. 8.2 professions. The normal ones usually, I don't think it changes. I think alchemy is still going to be very good. I think enchanting is going to be pretty good. And I think I'm sticking with enchanting and herbalism. They'd be feel cold. I feel like everybody has like that one building that they either have to go to or used to have to go to, like that classroom or office or whatever, that is just kept so cold. And like some people just like inexplicably don't mind, but you hope they let you keep a blanket at your desk. Favorite tea depends on my mood. I should probably be drinking a black tea right now, to be honest. That might have been a smarter idea. I really like pour teas, though. Kayla, thanks for the super chat. Appreciate that. How are we doing? 56. We need to get to 60 to get to... oh, look, we lost the battle for Anderhall. Again. Every time, man. Gotta get to... I guess I can go at 58, maybe? 60 will let me fly. So, Jelly, you got G-Kun? I know. I'm so happy. It's such a pretty bird. X kept it at 55 degrees. At 55 degrees, I feel like it's not good to keep an occupied home that cold all the time. I couldn't tell you exactly why, but I have an instinct it's not good for something. You want to spam Crash Lightning, get Storm Strike procs, and down to under 3 targets. Okay. Mount model will ever beat it unless it's a flying monocycle. I think it's definitely going to be like one of my go-to mounts for whenever, like for Mythic Plus. Whenever they want me to skip some dumb trash that I'm bad at skipping, because I'm not good at trash skips. I don't have enough control over my character, I guess. My problem is I trip off something. Like, I'll be running along, and there will be like a little ledge, and I'll just step like a little bit off, and I'll fall off it. But then my character falls in a way that falls them like 10 yards over, and then of course I pull. And it happens a lot. And I try really hard, but I don't know what it is. I'm just not great at that, so... if I'm mounting up and trying not to pull stuff, something like a monocycle will at least show you exactly where you are. 150 in the profession, get new recipes. So you'll need to be 150 to make some stuff, or... like, they're raising the cap, basically. So the new stuff is going to be after 150, like between 150 and 175. So yeah, basically, you'll want to be caught up. Dentist was always freezing, would wear a coat in the summer when I had to go there. Every dentist that I've gone to has been kind of cold too, actually. I usually wear my coat at the dentist. There's got to be a reason for that, though. In medical settings, I feel like it makes sense for some reason. I don't know why. No idea. Alright, let's get Zenkiki. Let's go to the top of the hill, and let's go shoot down some hawks. At least I have a lightning bolt. That's something. You can actually fly me over that way. I don't know if you can stop being depressed. I think you can learn to live with your depression. You can learn how to cope. You can do your best. And I think that's the most you can hope for. But it's better than it sounds. I like it cold, but not 55 cold. Yeah, no, 55 is you know what 55 is great for? When it's outside and you're wearing a coat and you're like walking somewhere with like your dog or whatever. You know, that's nice because it's like a nice cool air, so that you're not getting like hot and sweaty from your exercise. Like that's good temperature for a run if you're the kind of person that likes running, I think. But indoors, no thank you. Once you're inside, your blood slows down, starts to pool in your extremities. You know, if you sit too long at your desk, it's almost like you died. There we go. I love the bear buff. Bear buff's pretty good. Dentistry is like working out. Yeah, but the dentist doesn't do a whole lot of the bending over and concentrating. I feel like your hygienist does that. I guess I don't know what the dentist does. Most of my appointments, I don't know if I've ever spent a lot of time with a dentist. I'm sure if I had like specific mouth problems, I would. But usually I deal with like a hygienist or, in the past, an orthodontist, or if I can ever get myself to a gum specialist, that'll be good. But like the dentist specifically just like comes in at the end after the nice lady's worked in my mouth for an hour and just looks in it and goes, huh, cool. And then leaves. And then you pay him a bunch of money. I did that wrong. I gotta actually get the hawks. That would help. Such a grind to 150. It is. It is. And it's expensive. And, them's the breaks, unfortunately. Zenkiki! Did I lose him? Where'd he go? I don't want to go to the Darkmoon Faire. It's so far. You know how far I am right now? I'm in the Western Plaguelands. It's like a 10-minute flight from Stormwind. That's like a fifth of the buff. Zenkiki! Zenkiki, come back! Give me back my Zenkiki! Where'd you go, bro? Yeah. Excuse you. Come along. He said, ready to go, Mon! And I misread it for a second because I'm kind of squinting and I thought he called me Mom. Which, to be fair, I was kind of yelling at him. Keep a certain temperature so your stonework doesn't degrade. Stonework? What if you don't have stonework? What if you just live in a cheap plaster and drywall cage? Dentist just stands there and looks pretty. Taking a break from WoW to play other games, but every time I watch you stream, just want to go right back to it. That's my favorite thing about WoW, though, is it's always there for you to go back to. You know, sometimes it changes, sometimes you're a little out of practice. You know what, I am just going to poke him and let him do it. But it's always there, and your stuff's going to be there too. Like, your mounts are still there, your achievements are still there, your mog's still there, your alts are still there. Everybody's waiting for you. Your friends, they might be gone. Your friends probably moved on. But, you know, your stuff's still there. Your pets are still there. You can just pull out a battle pet and talk to that. Lived in Reno. I forgot to turn on my heater and woke up to a house that was 45 degrees. Ooh. I know some people will, like, turn their heaters down at night to save energy because they feel like if they're asleep, then you don't need to heat the place, which I think is fair, but depends on how cold it's going to get. Or people that'll turn the heat off. I guess it makes sense to turn the heat off when you go out for the day. We've never had to do that because I'm always, always, always here. I don't know how my husband lives with it. I never leave. I am here 100% of the time. Would you like a portal there? No. I appreciate the gesture, I really do. I just don't care that much about the buff. It's fine. It's 10%. I'm just pretending it's not Darkmoon Faire right now. It's gonna be over soon. Fly to Ironforge, train to Stormwind? Hate it when dentists talk to me because I sound like a Murloc. I swear some of them probably do it just for fun. Oh no, I didn't tag it. Kul Tiran females do have mom bod. Is that a thing? I've heard of dad bod. I want to get myself some new mom jeans. Like, I really like the style where there's like graphic t-shirts tucked into high-waisted jeans, but unless the jeans are pretty high-waisted, it looks kind of funny. And I have quite a long torso, so I would need them to be really high-waisted. So therefore, new mom jeans. But whenever I like try and talk myself into going shopping for clothes or bottoms really, or shoes, I'm like, nobody sees that on stream. Like, it doesn't matter. Nobody, like, I'm not gonna be wearing, and like, I'm not gonna be wearing jeans while I'm streaming 9 times out of 10. So why does it matter if I own cute ones when it's not, like, nobody's ever gonna know? Right? Maybe I should just get some clothes for BlizzCon because people will see me there. Hear about the guy that got an 8-month ban for real money mythic raid boost selling? Oh, 18 months. I didn't hear, but fair. I'm down. Turned my heat down at night, but had it scheduled to wake up. See, that makes sense. That makes sense. Night, guys. Gotta pack it up for today. See you Tuesday. See you Tuesday, Nilsers. Oh, boy. Did any of you catch the Darkmoon Herald podcast that I was on? I was trying to think of like a fancy verb, but I ran out of fancy verbs. I believe they have published the first part. They're doing it in 4 parts, and I'm worried that's gonna like wear people out on me because it's like 4 episodes in a row that are like 30 minutes to an hour long, all with just me being annoying. But anybody, I think the first one is available. They have a variety of really fun segments on that podcast. Like, it's there's stuff to do. You don't get bored for sure. Does that mean that you don't wear pants on stream? No, it means I wear pajama pants on stream. That's the way to do it. Today, actually, I am wearing I got the Alliance skirt, because I've got like an Alliance theme thing going on. But I kind of regret this, because this waistband, like, this is a medium, and this waistband is like pretty tight. It's not pinching me, but it's also not loose. And normally the clothes that I wear while working / streaming are meant to evoke the feeling of, I wish I was in bed, so I'm going to feel like I may as well be. Probably not great for productivity, but whatever. So yeah, it's cute though, and it's got pockets. They had it on sale recently, actually. Oh, you know what? I'm getting close to... I remember this area. I know what they want me to do here, and I'm not gonna do it. You know what? We're turning around. We're going to Fiona. Level down there. Actually, you know what I want to do? I gotta get to an inn. Actually, I have my Hearthstone sent to the Chillwyn camp. Buy what you like, you do you. I'll buy what I like when I need it, though. Make the game so appealing, fun, glad to catch a stream. Watch the Darkmoon Herald podcast. Because you will know. That actually, Melinda, that's actually a really good point. That is a good point. Sometimes I do dress up. Because I will know. I specifically will often wear makeup on days when I know I'm not on camera or going out. Just because I just want to, you know, look cute when I go to wash my hands in the bathroom, because that's the only mirror in my house. You're right. Not a fan of skirts, but it's a really cute skirt. It's very, like, committed to being a skirt. You know how some of them are just, like, kind of floppy and, for lack of a better word, flaccid? Like, this fabric's got some bounce to it. Okay, so you know what I want to do? Is I want to go to Argus. I know, said nobody ever. But I want to go to Argus and check out, like, there's some mounts I still need, and I wanted to see if the rares are up, and then I want to give the rares, like, a few good kills, you know? Hadn't heard about it. Was thinking about asking if you'd consider doing a podcast. I occasionally guest on other people's podcasts when I can find the time and more importantly, I think the energy. Sometimes I don't have a lot extra, but I've done Wowhead Weekly before. I think I might get to do that again pretty soon. Did the Darkmoon Herald. I think there's another couple, and I don't want to mix up the names and say I've been on something that I haven't, or vice versa, but... Oh, Pet World Quest. Yeah, I'll do that real quick. But, I do podcasts sometimes. I used to have my own podcast, that I shared with another YouTuber long time ago. And that was when I learned that I should not have my own podcast. It's an important lesson, and I'm glad we got there. Wear cute jeans for you, but they're also not comfortable. Like, wearing cute jeans for me is great if I'm, like, gonna be walking around or outside, but the problem with jeans is when you're sitting, specifically if you're sitting, like, a lot of the day, they're not comfortable compared to just, like, you know, lounge pants or pajama pants or just something that's a lot softer and doesn't, like, stab you in the hips when you sit. You know? And I spend a lot of time sitting, and I need to be comfortable at my desk, otherwise I'm just not going to sit at my desk, so. Never done the Plague Lands, need to do the pet thing that Fiona grants you yet? Oh, you should do that. That's really fun, actually. It's one of the cooler Cataclysm quest lines. Podcast loaded, we'll listen after the stream ends. I avoid Fiona's quest line, it gets old. At least you know what's coming, though. It's, like, nice and concise. Although I do admit that the parts where you're, like, going place to place, listening to them talk, if you've heard it before, can be kind of boring, but the first time is definitely a blast. I was heavily reminded of the Fiona caravan journey in Nazmir, doing the Horde quest line towards the end. You're doing, like, a thing with some goblins, and that was very Fiona-like. That was sort of similar vibes. So, I've sort of kind of started work on some pet strats for the World Quest Tamers of Nazjatar and Ekagon, which I know I'm going to regret, because I don't know how on earth I'm supposed to finish all of them, but, and I'm wondering how I'm going to put them out, because, like, I don't want to publish them super early before anybody needs them, because that's just, like, a video nobody needs yet, but if I save up all this stuff for when the patch comes out, the patch is going to come out, and I'm just going to spam out, like, 30 videos. Well, assuming that I could make that many, which I probably can't, but, like, I don't know how to handle that yet. Army of Light Paragon rep mounts. I think 2 of 3. I think I'm 2 of 3 on that. Army of the Light. Yeah, I do not have the Glorious Fell Crusher, which is a bummer because that's a really cool one, but I do have the Blessed and the Avenging. Yeah, there's a lot of mounts out there. Yeah, the thing I need from Argus. So I have quite a few, but I have the Warframe. I am missing, so that's a achievement. Not doing that. Biletooth Gnasher. Is that just from like any rare in Argus? That's my understanding, but I'll have to double check. But then these two are just from, well, actually no, Chaos Runner is from. I thought that had like a specific rare. Anyways, this mount particularly, I know I can farm. Like if I can catch Wrangler Kravos up, then I can just kill him on as many characters as I have. Training dummies, yeah. I couldn't remember if I'd been on... I don't think I've been on Convert to Raid. Maybe I have. I know I've met a lot of people that are in that guild. Which is, I think, what's confusing me. Pretty sure there's pills for flaccid skirts. Ask your doctor. Oh, man. Oh, yeah, there's a caravan questline in Vol'dun, too. That's true. It is Children's Week end. Is it still going? Children's Week over. Children's Week ended yesterday. Bad luck. Hard skirt sounds horrible to wear, though. Pet rewards the same if you begin in BFA or... Okay, so for next year. Although maybe on EU, maybe it's still going on EU. I don't know. But yes, there's different pet rewards for the different quest lines. So the BFA quest lines have 4 pets to get, so you do that 4 times. But there's also 4 pets to get from the vanilla quest line that's in Stormrunner.org. And then there's also another set from Outland quest lines, and then 2 more from Northrend. So when you look up Children's Week in your pet journal, you'll see the variety of pets available. There's quite a few. Hopefully it's still up in your region. It's definitely not up in mine anymore. Okay, I was going to Argus. See if I can scrape up. Right, he might not be up, but we'll see. Finally here for a stream. Welcome, Vanessa. How you doing? Cheat these pet battles, just use level 1 pets. It is a valid strategy. Always next year I got the frog. The frog is my favorite. He has a special spot, or he had a special spot on my bar. I guess I switched him after Wicker Race. I was trying to figure out which pet was going to be my lucky pet for our Unot poll last night. Or on Wednesday, rather. Because, we were very close to killing it for a while before it went down. We had a couple of, like, 1% pulls, 2% pulls before we finally killed the boss. And I was like, well, if I just get the right battle pet out, that'll really secure this raid boss. Fishing for pond nettle for 4 hours? I've heard that one's tough. I've heard that one is a real challenge. Oh, cat might get up. I think that might be the end of the pet cam for today. I don't know if anybody's going to go back there. Okay. Let's see if that rare is up. Because if he is up, then we can... I don't know exactly what the drop rate is, but we can certainly take a bunch of characters out. Because my understanding is that they'll be up for like a set of hours at a time. As long as they're up, they'll just keep respawning. Can you stream World of Warcraft on Nintendo Switch? Not that I know of, but I'm sure somebody's figured it out. People are smart, and they figure out how to do weird things, but you're certainly not supposed to be able to. Next year, will you have to buckle down? Falling and crash landing onto the cat's water fountain bowl. That's distressing. What do you think is the most competitive thing you do in WoW? Right now, nothing. I'm in a phase of great and utter laziness, but I have been more competitive in the past. I used to really care about my pet collection numbers, like my Warcraft pets ranking. Like I have a decent collection. I'm like top 8 on my server right now, but I think that's because some people quit. I have 1,083 unique pets, and almost all of them are leveled up and upgraded to rare, so that's something. And then in more typical stuff, I have done arena in the past. I have not done much of it lately. I was good once, like 4 years ago. And I'm not anymore. And then for raiding, I've always just been like heroic casual, so I'm pretty take it pretty easy. He spawns in front of the lake, is that right? I don't remember where he goes. Where's it over here? Wrangler Kravos. I guess I should look it up. He spawns south, a little south of here actually. Oh, that's right. He's in that little gray patch, so he might not be available. He may not be around. I'm not doing this world quest. Yeah, he spawns over here. What else should I do? Oh yeah, I was gonna do that Darkmoon Faire pet battle. That's right. Next baking stream scheduled for Thursday, the 16th, 10 a.m. Pacific time. Probably not worth the effort. Oh no, I not doing 2 pet strats. Absolutely no way. They seem to be legendaries anyways. Yeah, they're repeatable. They're not XP rewarding. There's no way on earth I'm doing 2 pet strats. Honestly, the ones I've tried so far are tough enough that it's hard enough getting decent 1 pet or 3 pet strats. I'm not stressed about it. Can you farm Una daily? What do you mean daily? Once you get Una, you've got an Una. How many Unas do you need? I think I'm misunderstanding the question. Handy Notes Argus Rares? Yeah, well, it's just the one. It's just, like, that's the only one I need. I can't imagine any other rare that I need to find. My addon level is 411, and my neck level is 48. Officially. For anyone that wanted to know. Why do people collect pets? Something to do. There's a website that ranks your pet collection against other people on your server, so it can be kind of a fun thing to compare yourself to other people and feel bad about yourself for. It's collecting. It's why people want to catch all the Pokemon and have one of every kind of stamp. I don't know. What things do people actually collect? Someone collects stamps. That's a thing. Coins? Rubber bands? I don't know why all my examples are like from the 60s. I'm going to the Darkmoon Faire. Rating checking on your server. Your pet collection server ranking can be found on Warcraft Pets. You make an account, you import your collection, and it'll show you your ranking. You gotta get them all. Summon the mob that does Uno once per character per day. Gotcha. Pets is the best thing ever when you get the one that matches your mock. Collect the pets because cute and cute. I think I collect them just because I've decided that's what I do now. Because I'm still excited about some of them even when they aren't cute. Also, there's a lot of 8-2 pets and some of them are really cool. I have that video recorded and also in editing. I'm all behind. Probably Monday. That video will probably be Monday. I did a face cam with it because I figured it would be more fun to like look through them together as opposed to just panes on the screen this time. But there's some real cool models in A2. Understand pet collecting more than pet battling. For me, pet battling is a means to collect more pets. I like the puzzle of trying to figure out a new strategy, but like the actual day-to-day executing a pet battle in order to get a thing doesn't enthrall me that much. It's fine. I'm not mad at it, but I pet battle to collect pets, or in this case, mounts. I am doing the Darkmoon Faire pet battles for tickets. Eventually, yeah, 581 tickets. I'm like halfway there. I can show you guys my latest strats here. I think I don't 2-pet these guys anymore. I don't bother. I just want to get the daily done. So I think this is the same strat actually that I posted in my video way back when. I think it's just Panda Dragonling, Darkmoon Tonk, and then a third. Frostboar is great for this. And I think I use him in quite a few more too because he's nice and fast. And he has decoy and mechanical damage, so he's great for that. I don't have the ball pet yet, no. I think my voice is sounding choppy. My voice is going a little bit, which is peculiar because I haven't spoken that much today. I just kind of need to reboot. I feel like I'm a robot that just needs to just be put in the closet for a day. You know, somebody can come in, oil up the joints. Spritz a little Windex on me. I'll be fine on Monday. I don't know what we're doing anymore. I was leveling. I think I got bored, and that's why I'm here. I'm cleaning up a couple of odds and ends. I had to do some Darkmoon pet dailies. Wish you could have 2 pets out. I miss the garrison concept where you had a bunch of your pets just like running around like your home area. That was super cute, and I wish that you could have that in like a place, even if they're phased only to you. Like if they ever added like a guild hall, I think it would be neat if they had I think I did this wrong. A way for you to see your pets out and about. For NPCs, my teams are managed through the Rematch add-on. Rematch. They also auto-load. I'll show you next time. It's great. So I need to get him down to like... Oh, I can do it now. He's gonna stun me though. This monkey's rough. There you go. Yeah, no, I definitely don't remember them all. Rematch is a lifesaver. Pet battles would be tough without it. I do have all the fell-spotted Eggmans. Pet battles were added so people's kids could have something to play. So people would have something else to get their kids to do for them. I know a bunch of people, or at least I've known in the past, people that have had their children, like, level alts for them. Or, like, a wife that doesn't play WoW but knows how to level, that likes leveling. They'll just let their wife level alts on their account. Am I running out of battery? Yeah, I just need a good recharge. Sorry. Little Hoof? Little Hoof is one of those models, like the new deer models that are so cute that they're almost too much. They almost come across as like Disney. That comes across as like even a Disney parody. Like it's so, they've laid it on so thick with, also I have 2 pets out here. Oh no, that's somebody else's pet. That's somebody else's mechanical Pandora Dragonling. It just looks like it's mine. Okay. So yeah, I mouse over the tamer, it pulls up my team, and then I have access to like my hat, my bandages, my heal button. I can dismiss that pet apparently. And those are all saved. Rematch, you can, these are teams that I have. You can import teams from other people using strings. I don't know what whatever means. But it's great. World bosses? Yeah, I could go do some world bosses. I do have Alani, actually. I got that one. So you save teams and then save them to the NPC. You do have to like set it up and save it at least once. You want a Pet Battle mobile app? I don't know if I want that. I do agree that it would work. I feel like they would need to develop separate content for it, because if I could do my pet battles, like my world quest for example, on an app, why would I ever go run around the world and take the effort to actually get to the place if I could just pull up my phone and do it? I wouldn't. And I don't want the best option to be my phone. I want it to be a separate option for when I'm like out somewhere. So I think it would be fine if like you could even have it only do pet PvP. And then maybe offer like pet charms for wins on it. I think that would be something. I don't know why they don't offer pet charms for wins in pet PvP anyways. Just like, imagine if you just got like a guaranteed pet charm or 2 from every pet PvP win. It's not going to be the fastest way to do them. It's not going to be the fastest way to get them, but it means that people that like to do that will at least be getting something for it. I like to use the pocket cannon for this. He's good. I just press that cannon blast 4 times, then we explode, and then we're on to the next thing. No, I still need Undasta, still need Shaw of Anger mount. I don't have the Rookmar mount either. And, the Nalak mount, but I don't know about Cloud Serpents. Ever dabble in archaeology? I got what I wanted out of archaeology. I grinded ground, past tense. I did a lot of it. When there were still rewards that I wanted, but I kind of got everything that I needed. I have all the new stuff. I have the sand, the Vial of the Sands. I farmed the recipe and crafted one back in Kata. I have the blue Tolvir thing, the mount, whatever you call that. The I have the Ultramarine Karaji battle tank. I have the other mounts. I have the pets. Like, I don't know what else I would want. I do it every now and then, or I used to do it to get pristine artifacts. I didn't finish all the achievements, I guess, but there wasn't anything compelling enough to make me want to finish those. Be okay with it for pet PvP, but not general pet battles? Yeah, that's kind of how I feel. Oh, I didn't turn this one in either. Alright, let's get my charms, or my tickets. Let's see if we can catch a world boss up. Where should we go? Should we do Draenor? Should go see if we can find Rukmar. I doubt it. I never find Rukmar. I have all the Fellicle mounts. I actually did a video guide on those. I have so little faith in like the concept of Rukmar. It's a cool mount, but I just don't see it happening. Like I never even find the boss up, let alone get the mounted drop. Definitely don't have the Timeless Proto-Drake. I have made a point to never put much time into trying, because it just seems like it's so rare that it's like a lost cause. Although I know that it's different these days. I know people do something that involves Discord to like share it. I don't know. Finally get to watch you live. Hope everything's going well. What's up, Margot? Things are going alright. Glad it's Friday, though. Definitely glad it's Friday. We got Overwatch League playoffs today. Stage playoffs. My #1 team, the Soul Dynasty, is not in it because they got their butts kicked by the Spark, but that's okay. I get to watch the Titans hopefully take out Dallas Fuel this afternoon. He's only a 12-minute spawn. It's a static point. Alright. Where do I go? I never ever remember. I know it's somewhere around here. I don't remember. Like, I know I can see what it looks like in my mind's eye because I remember fighting it for loot back in the day. Got it by accident. I was herbing and he attacked me. Oh no. Sorry, shot every week. 8 pixel Hazel. Oh no. I mean, that's really all the pixels you need. Just pretend it's like a filter. It's probably making my skin look better. Find a new mount? Of course. I always keybind a new mount for a little while after I get it, just because I'm so excited about it. Bruce is still keybound as my ground mount. It's like south of Axfall. 2 spines above the dungeon. He spawns off of one of them, Eye of Mordor style. 2 spires above the dungeon. Yeah, because I always fought him like down on groundish. Eye of Mordor style. That one there. Here? Is this the spot? His icon's all the way down here, but I know that can be misleading. There's somebody down. Oh no, that's a Rylock. That's not somebody on their mount. Every 10 to 15 minutes, right there. All right. It just so happens that I have 10 to 15 minutes to kill. I kind of want to get up and make more tea, but I feel like it'll spawn while I am away. I do the same thing. I enjoy the way many mounts fly differently. I won't use them if they're so big, yeah. They're really big ones, or they're really wiggly ones, like the Cloud Serpents. Too much. Oh, stay mounted? Okay. Oh. That was almost disastrous. Yeah, I remember fighting, like, around here-ish, I thought. It's like a beam that comes out of the eye that spawns him? Okay. But he spawns down below, I guess. Like here? Oh, he spawns up? Down? I don't know. Is it bedtime? Oh boy. If anybody is in the area, wants to come pet duel me, I guess I should make a group for if I'm gonna do that. Hazel, if you had a Starbucks coffee cup visible on your stream, would you go back and edit it out? I might if I had a Game of Thrones budget. Oh. I would not have a Starbucks coffee cup in my stream. I can make tea perfectly well at home. The only thing I found at Starbucks that I actually like kind of enjoyed drinking that was cold was they do like an iced matcha thing that's okay. Oh yeah, I was supposed to mount up, that's right. I bet she'd pet Ghost. I mean, I can't spoil anything, but I wouldn't do what was done because that was dumb and I'm mad. Maybe this person knows what's up. Maybe I should just like loiter by them. I wonder if my dog went back. He did! That's a good dog. Never understood how people pay so much for coffee. I totally get how you can get into like a habit of it, especially if it's like a social thing. Like some people work at a place where, you know, if a bunch of coworkers are all going and you're going and you're chatting about work and you just like order something because you're there and then it becomes like a routine and you don't really worry about it, especially if you're not struggling for money, or at least you're not like struggling to pay your bills. But it still adds up to like a lot of money that you wouldn't necessarily have spent if you were conscious of how much you were spending. I feel like it's the same way with like takeout food and delivered food. People don't realize how much you're spending when you do it all the time. Because it's I think I don't know if it's a millennial thing, but it's a common thing for people in my age group to be kind of like, you know, eyes closed about their own finances. Like as long as they've got a roof, they try not to worry about it too much. They just don't look, and not looking is bad. Not looking's rough. Oh, now it's gonna be a cat again. I jinxed it. She can't decide. Are you getting in? Getting out? You getting in? Oh. He still has a bald spot. He's just hiding it. It's growing back in though. That's a perfect spot. Alright. There's somebody waiting over here. I always feel better when I see other people. Like, not too many people, because then you're worried they're gonna, like, kill it before you get a tag in, but, you know, just enough people so you know you're in the right place. Not a millennial thing. I mean, I know my parents, I don't know about my parents' generation, but my parents never would have. Like, my mom and stepdad were very clear that finances are important, and you can't know how much you have to spend if you don't know what you spent. I'm gonna go on the ground. Do Joker's eyes have different colors? They do. He has heterochromia is what it's called when anything has eyes that are different colors. One of them is brown, one of them is blue. I'd say it's very striking, but most of the time I don't notice. He's kind of cute. Dog's cute. Dog's name is Joker. He is an Alaskan Klekai. Oh, that scared me. He's an Alaskan Klekai. He is 8 years old. Just had a birthday recently. And he's not on the camera currently, because that's my cat. You guys don't have Starbucks in Australia? She pushed Joker out of the bed, did she? Sometimes she'll, like, kind of intimidate him out of it. Like, she'll just, like, go and look, and he'll move. There's a second one. There's another one that's not far. Try farming Withered Gin, or his trinket doesn't drop anymore? Oh, man. I never got that trinket, and I never want it. I'm glad that it's... Okay. Oh, no. Oh, I'm good. I tagged it. Also, I'm falling, but it's okay. I'm a priest. Oh, he's up again. It's okay. I tagged it. Come back! I'm out of combat, and that concerns me. Okay. We're good. Should I bonus roll? I may as well. I have a bunch of them. Bonus rolled some pants. And other than that, I got 22 gold. That's apparently my 9th attempt. No, well. Okay. Well, that's one thing. I guess we can check out Pandaria? Maybe I'll do it on my other character. Is that not your dog? That's my cat! That's kitty cat. Dog looks like a little husky. Cat looks like a cat. You got little cat ears. There's no way that looks like a dog. Void Talon or the Camel mount? Camel I have written off. I don't have it. I don't want to farm it. But the Void Talon, Void Talon's a maybe. I do want it. I don't want to farm it. I'm gonna pop over and not level, but check the spawns of the Pandaria world bosses. Also, she's still wearing Easter stuff, apparently. It's a weird looking dog. 0.01% mount drop. I don't know what the drop rate is. Can you look directly at the camera? A little spooky. Yeah, usually she just falls right asleep. She just goes right to bed. That hill is where you should stand? I do understand now. My transmog's gone. We go in Vale. Dogs are adorable, but with kitties, you're just their pillows? I disagree. I love dogs, and I also love cats, and I resent the notion that I have to pick. They're all adorable, and they're adorable in different ways, you know? Dogs are so friendly. Well, I'd say dogs are friendly and they always like you, but my dog is not friendly and he doesn't like me. He's a special one. He's not unfriendly. Like, he's not gonna bite you. He would just rather that you left him alone. He's a little aloof. Maybe she sees a ghost. My cat has made my printer into her bed. Sounds concerning for the printer. My cat keeps an eye on my printer whenever it's working on making the patron. I have a printer here that I use to make the Patreon cards that I mail out to the legendary patron supporters, and it takes a while to print. Like, it takes a while, so that's usually going for a good amount of time on the first of every month when I'm making that mail, and she'll just like sit there and stare at it and just like keep an eye on it, and I'm worried that she's gonna try and like thwap it or like stop it in some way, but she seems to be just like, supervising. The camels are easy? Is that true? Did it change? Wasn't easy back when I tried it the first time. Australia used to have Starbucks, but they tried to keep American prices so it didn't go far. That's some smart Australians. Good call. You don't need it. Here it's like incredible how pervasive it is. It's like very well accepted too, and it's fairly well liked, at least around the people I know. Everybody I know around here, like, they like Starbucks. They're near one, they'll get some Starbucks, but it's fine, but it's expensive. Hazel? Oh, thanks, Nacho Nacho. It's a nice thing to say. Radio or TV show? Radio would be okay. Radio, you don't have to wear pants. Do the ads mean that it's going to spawn soon, or does it just do that? Also, I don't have any bars. I don't have any buttons in my bars, and I'm concerned about it. All I have is Frost Novas. I need something. I don't know where all my buttons went. Arcane Blast, where's Presence of Mind? There we go, I can instant cast. I have no idea how this happened. Oh, won't worry about it. How do you make sense of all the mount speed buffs? No idea what stacks and what doesn't. I don't worry about it, and I just accept that however fast I'm going is however fast I'm gonna go. Like, with all of those things, you just kind of... I mean, I guess when you're making the choice about whether or not to use a speed boost mount equipment, then you want to know whether or not they stack, but otherwise, like, if they don't stack, it's not like you're gonna unget your guild buff, or... I mean, maybe there's a talent choice with, like, paladins, I don't know. I don't stress about it too much. Love the wireless printer. Ink's pretty inexpensive. The ink costs a good bit for the one I have, but I like the job that it does on making those art cards, and I like that it's been a reliable printer, so I don't want to push it. How you feel about dogs and cats is how I feel about Horde and Alliance. I don't want to choose. I like them both for different reasons. I think there is a good reason to choose with WoW, though, is it's just nicer to keep all of your gold and, like, a guild and, like, a group of friends on one side, you know? The fact that you can't trade gold between your opposite faction characters, to me, is the thing that makes me pick a side. But I'm certainly down to have alts. No new mounts since Jikun, at least. That was Tuesday, and that's about as recent as we've gotten. Okay. Bonus loot. Gold, 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 gold. Let's see if Galleon's up. No one knows you're a dog on the internet. I admit I am a dog. One day I want a second dog, and I'm hoping that it likes me. I would like to get a puppy and do my best to raise it and train it, and hopefully it will like me. How do you know which one the Shah is going to spawn at? It's a static spawn point these days. It used to be different, but it's always that one. It's always that one. I think it's where the marker is on the map. I think it's up by 1 keg. Kitty looks so happy. She's got like a nice warm spot. She might have some sunshine actually. Sometimes sun comes in through that window. She just heard the dog food happen. Both the cat food and the dog food are on automatic feeders. And she's like developed a taste for dog food, and she shouldn't eat it because it makes her sick. So I've been like trying to prevent her from getting it, but the dog is like so finicky and delicate about when he'll eat that sometimes he just leaves it in the bowl. Oh no, it's up. Am I gonna make it in time? He'll just leave it in the bowl and wait until my husband comes home so we can like eat in front of him. And you gotta like prevent the cat from getting it until then. So our current solution is we have tin foil underneath the dog feeder because he'll step on it, whatever, he doesn't mind. But cats and this cat generally don't want to step on aluminum foil. So it mostly works. She's very ingenious though. For a while we had it on a stool because I don't remember why, but the dog food was on a stool for a while. Oh yeah, we were feeding him wet food after he got his teeth done. And she like figured out how to like jump up and eat from it, even though there was nowhere for her to stand. It was quite impressive. Other people's puppies are great though. Puppies are exhausting. I imagine so. I'm sure it'll be a trialing time, but they're not puppy for very long, you know? They're a puppy for a little while, and then as soon as they're not a puppy anymore, you miss when they were a puppy because they were so cute, even if they were a nightmare. Alright, no Galleon saddle. Let's head all the way up and see about Undasta. Hi, Hazel. What are you doing? Checking for world boss mounts. Cat steals the dog food. Have to make sure that he can't access the food. Can I fly there on a flight path? Do I have a flight path up there? I do, actually. A loop. 3 minutes. I love that flight path timer. Like, it just lets me, you know, I can look at that and be like, huh, I can sort of gauge what I can do in 3 minutes and then get up or not get up. Not get up right now, of course, but generally speaking, it's kind of nice. I don't have any time loss tips. I haven't done it in a while. Farming Apexis crystals. Have you got that mount? I do, actually. Those Dreadwigs are really nice models. Like big, cranky birds. Cranky big bird. Got it from a rat. He just now noticed it today. The Warfront mounts are pretty common, to the point that it kind of annoys me that I still don't have the last two that I need. I'm missing Skull Ripper, and I'm missing the bear. What is it called? The Darkshore bear. Blackclaw? Blackpaw. Yeah, I don't have the bear yet. And I have all these ults now, so I keep doing it, but it hasn't dropped yet. Need a flight point timer like that too. What is it? It is called, I don't remember. Let's look it up. Nope, that's not it. In-flight. It's called in-flight. Thought about getting the hive mind? Here can herb and mine without dismounting? I haven't heard that. Yeah, it's another one of those things on my list of things that I was gonna do and then didn't, and now I don't know when I would do it. The most rare mount I have is probably one of the gold ones, because like anybody can farm a raid boss mount, and even if they're hard to get, they're still fine. But I guess the Karaji battle tank is pretty rare because that was just archaeology and it was a pretty low drop rate, so that one's pretty rare. And then I have some TCG mounts, so I've got like a Swift Spectral. I bought those with gold. This one cost me like 800,000 million gold back in WoD. I think they're more now. But back in WoD, that was a very large amount for me to have saved up, at least to me. It was a lot of gold to me. And then at the end of the Legion, I got the Bloodfang Widow, because that was a good thing to spend 2 million gold on. And I don't regret it at all. It's an awesome mount. I've been going very slowly towards my 5 million gold, but at least I'm going in the right direction. I'm not losing gold. I don't spend gold on much. I'm very cheap when it comes to potions. I will only potion... I don't pre-pot. I only potion in the fight, and only if I think it's going to result in a kill that would not have happened unless I potioned. I have very specific criteria. They're expensive. Ashley, thanks for the super chat. You're delightful. You bring such joy. Thank you. That's very sweet. Grinding for the 2-person archaeology mount. It's useful. You get the Lonvoy set you in the WoW mail. All the TCG mounts are millions of gold nowadays. I'm glad I bought them when I did. I'm really glad I got them. About at 300k finishing leveling all my alt professions. Oof. Hopefully that pays off. Are you making so much gold? I burn out around 30 to 50k. I mean, lately I'm not making much at all, but flip stuff. Most of it lately is just from crafting enchants and selling materials that I gather while I'm leveling alts and doing world quests. So if I'm out doing world quests on my priest, I have herbalism, so I'll just pick any flowers I see, and I sell them, and they sell pretty well. Or I'll be waiting for an island expedition, and I'll just be fishing while I wait for an island expedition. And then I'll sell the fish, and then, I'll sell the fish, and then I'll sell any, like, mog I get in the island expedition. That sells alright. And then any extra pets, I'll sell those. Like, it's not much, but it adds up when you do it all the time. Where on earth is my arcane missiles button? This mage is so not set up. I have the Tabard of Frost that's worth 2 grand US now. Oof. Consistent moneymaker is still the WoD Garrison bag. I need a good grind like that. I feel like I'm almost to the point where I'm done with Stardew for a while. I've almost finished my run. I'm in like summer 2, and I just bought my first million gold thing, and I'm expanding my winery, but I've almost reached all my goals. So, shiny pile, no luck. Bummer. What do you do? I guess I can actually leave this character here because then she can check it again next week. Make 4 30-slot bags every 2 days. In case I forget, happy Mother's Day, Hazel. Thank you. I am not a mother to any human children, but, you know, my fish didn't get me anything. Appreciate it. Wowing and watching a stream, multitasking. I think even though this is a little short, we're a few minutes short of 2 hours, I do think I'm going to wrap up here, guys. Thank you very much for watching. I will have the vlog out tonight. I did record it. I just got to edit that up. And then I've got a video coming on Monday looking at the new pets on the 8.2 PTR. Thank you for your patience as I've been a little busy with raid testing this week, and I'm sure that'll happen again. But appreciate your support and your super chats and your chatting and your lurking and just hanging out with me. It means a ton, and I hope that you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day.